Amen. Whatever you do, just come see about it. When God take the time to see about you, you need to sit down and say, you know what can I do for you?
Amen.
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 Because we know that God had already promised Abraham that he's going to be the father of many nations. I mean, great bass, amen. But his wife, amen, couldn't wait and be patient, so she had to give her handmaid. Amen. So, and Abram took it. I mean, like most men probably would have, he said, okay. Amen. And the thing about it is, even in the midst of that occurring, God still didn't forget about it. See, that's what I love about my God. You can make some ignorant mistakes, some stuff that you just know is wrong, but God still will come see about you. Because when God promised you a thing and say you're going to be a thing, amen, God going to make sure it is fulfilled before you return back. He said his word will not return back void. So if God say you are, then you are. Then I don't care who say you ain't.
That's right.
Amen. I don't care who allow an obstacle, amen, to get in your way and try to push you in whatever direction. If God say you are and you still love him, yeah, you made some mistakes, you were ignorant, you did some stuff you know you're supposed to do, but God still say, Abraham, I still promise you something. God made a covenant, he won't break it. You might break it, but God saying, I know what I promised. Amen. I know what I said. And we got to hold on to his unchanging hand, his word, amen, that's going to last, amen. And when God said, if I said it, then it's going to happen. You made some choices and some decisions, but you know what? I got your back. Because you can't see where you're going. Amen. So we see here, he stepped out of time to come in time to talk to Abraham and say, you know what? I still ain't forgot about you. I still remember the promise. But of course, you know, Sarai, she was in there, she laughed at it like, oh, Lord have mercy, what he talking about? Amen. Because they want to, and she was, and then we remember Abraham laughed too, but his was a different type of laugh. Sarai was a laugh of doubt. She like, okay, we old. He old. Like, you tripping, God. Abraham just laughed down the joke. He was like, okay, God, come on now, for real. You know, but the reality is, it's all about how we express ourselves. Amen. God can tell you some stuff that look crazy, sound crazy, and it is crazy. But that's why he said he'll use the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. Amen. God trying to confound somebody so they know it had to be God. Amen. Because in your own capacity, if you could have got it done and got it done, then you would have got the glory.
That's right. That's right.
God ain't let nobody steal his glory. It ain't going to happen. Amen. So we see here, amen, she laughed with herself saying, after I am waxed old, shall I have the pleasure of my Lord being old also? Is anything too hard for the Lord? He said in verse 14. He capped it all up, saying, you know what, you did ask. And then he said, is anything too hard for the Lord? At that time appointed, I will return unto thee, according to the time of light, and Sarah shall have a son. In verse 14, he said, you know what, you may laugh, but I'm for real.
That's right.
You think God done told you some stuff that's crazy. He done told you to do some stuff that just didn't make no sense. And you've been waiting on it saying, well, God ain't happened yet, so he must not have been joking with me or something. Now, God said, I'm for real. I will come at the appointed time and make sure that what I have said comes to pass. Amen. If you can just wait on the Lord, because they had to wait 50 more years. Well, above 50, they waited 54 more years. He ended up being 100. The first time he had a baby, he was 46, and God went to talk to him. But now he waited 54 more years, and when he got 100, he had a baby.
Amen.
The first one won what God promised.
Amen.
Amen. And a lot of times we get some things and it ain't what God has promised us. That don't mean, but God still said he still was gonna be the man.
Amen.
He's still gonna be the man because he was connected to Abraham. Amen. And a lot of times, even in your mistakes, those that are connected because you are connected, you just made a mistake. Amen. Everyone still can be blessed.
Amen.
People don't understand that. They're like, okay, how he gonna bless him and he know he did wrong? Amen. But God said, I remember the promise I made. And God has promised us some things. Amen. And if you're willing to stay, amen, and walk upright, God said everything that I promised, amen, shall be yours. Amen. Because success is the only option. Amen. Because when I speak it, it is so. Amen. And then said in 15, then Sarah laughed, and then I said, I didn't laugh not. She was afraid. He said, nay, but thou dost laugh. He's like, yes, you did.
That's right.
You can't hide from God. You can't try to smart talk or out talk God. Saying, well, God, that ain't what I meant. God know what you meant. Amen. You can't say, well, God, I was saying it like this. No, no, no. God know your heart. You said exactly what you meant. You just mad because he caught you. Amen. And called you out. Amen. And that's the kind of God we serve. I mean, he'll call you out. He still blessed her, but he called her out. We don't want to get called out. Amen. That's our problem. And we can't handle when God's saying, no, you're wrong.
That's right.
You got to be willing to accept when you're wrong, amen, so you can get it right. Amen. So God said, amen, it sounds crazy, amen, and she laughed because it sounded crazy. And some of the things, amen, that you've been going through and folks been seeing you operating in, it looks crazy. Folks look at you like, what in the world going on? Amen. They supposed to be serving Almighty God. They supposed to be blessed, amen, but I got a little bit more than them because they being fooled. It's a facade. Amen. They don't really have the riches, amen, they think they have. Amen. Because they don't have the, amen, what God has put in you. Amen. Amen. When the end, amen, it shall be, amen. So now that they folks think it's crazy, God said, now I can do my part. Amen. God was just waiting for folks to look at you and call you crazy. Amen. God was just waiting for folks to look at you and say, that's the last time. They ain't getting up off of this one. Amen. They ain't going no further. Folks think you at the highest point that you're going to reach. Folks think you're not going any higher, amen. But God's saying, okay, now that they looking at you, amen, now I can bless you like I want to bless you. Amen. Now I can do what I want to do, amen. So now they took the time and opportunity to look at you, amen, and say you aren't going to be what God said you are going to be. He said, now's the time. Because you've been holding on, amen. So you need to revive your spirit and understand, amen, that success is the only option. There are no other options. Amen. There's nothing else to look at, amen. There's no plan B or C or D. Amen. The plan A is success, and God saying, you shall have it. Amen. That very thing you've been seeking and asking God for, amen, it's been taking a while, but God said, I haven't forgot about you. Amen. I've been hearing you. I've been listening to you. I just been waiting for you, amen, to get to a point where you couldn't do nothing but break. Amen. And in your process of breaking, amen, he said, now I can fix you like I want to fix you. Now I can reset you, amen. Every now and then to get something to the point where it needs to be able to heal correctly, you got to reset it. God said, I have to break you down to reset you. Amen. Now I got you going in the right direction. Now I got you headed where I need you to go, amen. Now I can put you out for others and see that I get the glory. God said he was going through a reset. All that stuff you've been going on, amen, in your life, God said I was resetting some things. He said I was changing some stuff around, amen. I was just letting you feel like, because reset is painful. Amen. You ever hit a bone reset, amen, or, you know, it hurts for the moment. But when it's all said and done, amen, you can, oh, Lord.